guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I am here with another haul video for you guys, which is kind of a sequel to my Sephora VIB sale haul, because on the very last day of that sale I did go ahead and make another order and I snagged some more goodies because you guys mentioned some things to me and I wanted to test them out. And I was watching Tara Baby's hair on YouTube. If you're not following her, you should definitely check her out. She does the best haul videos, and sometimes she just features products that I never heard about, and this is one of the brands that she featured recently. This is Pretty Vulgar, and they're a new brand to Sephora, and once I saw her haul video, I was like, excuse me, thank you very much. I'm gonna get some items of my own to test out and try out for you guys. Now, it's kind of the perfect timing for this haul video, because if you find anything that you might be interested in, that you want to pick up that you didn't pick up during the sale, I have a little tip for you guys. Ebates reached out to me. I worked with them in the past and they reached out to me again to mention to you guys that they're having their birthday week this week starting May 8th, and it runs the entire week. There are several stores that are having 15% cash back. So for those of you who don't know, Ebates is a cash back website that you can shop directly through. So you go on ebates.com, find the website that you want to shop through. So you simply click through to activate the cash back through the Ebates website, and it will bring you to the regular store website, and you can shop the way you normally shop. Nothing changes. But once you make that purchase, you get that cashback percentage added to your Ebates account, and then every 3 months you receive a check or a deposit in your PayPal account. That is all your cash back that you accumulated for those 3 months. It's a really great way to save money. If you shop online like I do anyway, it's a great way to save money. But like I mentioned, it's a great time to shop right now because it's Ebates Birthday Week, which means they are having like double cash back on a few stores. You get 15% cash back on tons of stores. There are over 200 stores participating this week, and some of our favorites are included. So Sephora is actually offering the 15% through JCPenney. So if you shop JCPenney and shop Sephora through JCPenney, then you're gonna get 15% cash back on that purchase. So if you're interested in doing some shopping through Sephora, shop through the JCPenney Sephora website and pick up your items. Now, they don't have all the brands that are available at Sephora online on the JCPenney Sephora, so you have to be mindful of that. But they have brands like Too Faced, Smashbox, Benefit, they have NARS, they also have the Sephora collection, and they even get some of the products before the actual Sephora stores do. So shop through JCPenney Sephora and get your 15% cash back. There are tons of stores. Definitely check below. I will leave my referral link, which means you get a bonus of $10 for signing up and making a $25 purchase if you sign up through my link, and I also get a sign-on bonus for using my referral link. If you're not okay with that, just go ahead and sign up through Ebates the regular way, but it's a really great way to earn cash back on your purchases. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the things that I got, and I'm gonna mention some products that you can get through Ulta and through the JCPenney Sephora. So the very first things I picked up, now you know that I have an obsession with liquid lipsticks, and I'm gathering all the liquid lipsticks. I must have them all. And I did 4 swatch videos, lip swatch videos recently, featuring a couple of brands. So I did Smashbox, Too Faced, Wet n Wild, and the Sephora collection. I will link those swatch videos down below in case you're interested. They're strictly swatch videos. I didn't do my review because I'm still working on those. But you guys mentioned a couple of colors that I didn't swatch in that video, and I figured I would go ahead and get my hands on these so when I'm doing my actual review video, I can include these additional swatches. So I picked up some more of the Smashbox Always On liquid lipsticks. I picked up 6 more shades. I know, like, I picked up a ton more shades. So I picked up some of the fun, funky shades that I didn't have before, that I didn't even realize that I didn't have, to be honest. I went swatching in store and I'm like, oh, but what? I want that one. So I have the first shade here, which is Driver's Seat. This is more like a peachy nude shade, and it's a really beautiful nude on my skin tone. I can't wait to wear it because it's like a warmer, peachier nude. It's a beautiful color for like the spring and summertime because it has a punch to it. It's not a nude that's gonna wash me out. And then I picked up the shade Baja Bound. Now this is more of a bright neon corally shade. It's like a corally pink, but it's neon on my skin tone without being too neon, if that makes sense. Like, it's a bright, bold shade, but I can definitely make this wearable with a nice lip liner to make that, you know, work with my skin tone. And I also picked up the shade Shockaholic. I was gonna say Shopaholic, but that's not what it is. That's what I am, but that's not what it says. This is Shockaholic, which is more of a, this is more like a bright berry pink because it has a little bit of depth to it, but it's also a bright, vivid color, and this is gonna be perfect for the summer and spring. Now, I grabbed the shade Some Nerve because I have some nerve grabbing this shade because where am I going? But it's like a bright, like a really vivid, pinky purple. I would say like a lavender purple. Really beautiful shade. And you know what? It's another neon color that I have no business with. But I'm gonna make this work because it's really gorgeous. And I can mix it in with like a deeper purple to do like an ombre. So I'm gonna do it. The shade I am wearing right now is this one, which is Out Loud. And I don't know why why didn't y'all tell me that I needed this? Because I needed it. It's a deep burnt orange shade, but it has a little brown to it. So it's like a brownie burnt orange. It's so good. Like, I love orange shades. So I had to get this. So that's a beautiful one. And then I got another deep one. This is Misconduct. Now, I love a deep lip on my skin tone. It's just something I've just really been into, so I definitely grabbed this one. This is like a burnt cranberry shade. Love that one as well. Now let's stick to the liquid lipsticks because I had to get my fill. Now, I also swatched the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipsticks. Somebody accused me of being sponsored by Too Faced for doing that video, and I'm like, so was I sponsored by Smashbox, Wet n Wild, and Sephora? Because if I was, then ballin'. But no. No, sponsor me. Too Faced sponsor me, you know? I love these, so I would have accepted a sponsorship, child. But these are the Melted Matte Liquid Lipsticks, which is actually top 3 in my liquid lipsticks. I will give that away right now. In fact, I swatched, the 4 swatch videos that I did are actually 4 of my top 5 favorite liquid lipsticks. Just, I had to swatch those first. But, that long story short, I pick up some more of the colors. I picked up some of the newer shades that they had. So I think I picked up 5 of the shades, or yeah, 5 shades. I also picked up another shade. I ordered it, but it's not here yet, and that's sad, but I'm waiting for it. It's Mrs. Roper, which is a bright orange. I love orange, so I can't wait to get that, and I will be sure to swatch that when I do, you know, the additional lip swatches. I don't know, how do you guys want me to do that? Do you want me to just update that lip swatch video, or just save it for the review and then just add those extra ones in? Like, I don't know how to really do it, but anyhow, I picked up the shade Granny Panties. Why would I want a shade named Granny Panty? Although I have a Granny Panty right now, and I have no shame. They're comfortable, therefore. The thing is, though, you know what I hate? Don't laugh. No, laugh, actually. You know tidy whities? Men in tidy whities, it's the most hilarious thing ever. Like, that. Do you really want to turn somebody off? Show up in your tidy whities. Where are you going? Take that off. Stop it. Anyway, what am I talking about? Granny Panties. You see, Too Faced, they did this kind of, it's like a mauve nude, but it's one of those purpley nudes. This one is going to need some work to make it happen. I can make a lip color happen, like, I can make it happen. I just have to use a lip liner or mix it or something, but this is not one that I would necessarily wear alone. It's a purpley mauve nude. Not necessarily the most flattering, but I love it anyway. This other shade is Suck It. Too Faced is getting very out of order. Suck It is more of, this is like a rosy shade, like a rosy pink, but it has a little hint of warmth to it. This one is a beautiful shade. I would definitely rock this. I think this would be a nice one on my skin tone, Lord Jesus. Then I grabbed, this one is Wine, like wine where you drink, Wine Not, which is, to me, it's a dusty purple, I don't know, like a dusty, dirty purple, or like a, yeah, like a dirty purple. I really like that one too. And then I got Unicorn. This is not a new shade, but it was a newer shade to me. This is a vivid bright purple. And you know what I did? I actually tried these on. Like I mixed these two together. The one from Smashbox called Some Nerve. This gave such a beautiful ombre because this is like a neon light lavender purple. And then this is like a bright, like, what do you call this? Like a fuchsia purple? It's not fuchsia, but it's like a bright purple. Those were beautiful together. And of course, people are asking for this shade, which is Wicked. And I will rock a blue, a green lip. When you see me in a lip color, I will go outside in it. I have no problems with it. Somebody had asked me, she deleted her comment. I don't know why she did because it wasn't like offensive or anything. She asked if like my looks that I do in my Get Ready With Me videos, like when I do colorful and bold looks and lips, do I actually wear them out? Child, you should have seen. You need to check out my blog and see what I wore to work, okay? I will definitely wear these, no problem. I have no problems, no shame in my game. So those are the shades that I picked up. Again, I'm thinking of, I don't know how to incorporate the new shades because I already posted the swatch videos, but now I have new lips. Anyway, mega figure it out. Me are going to figure it out. Speaking of liquid lipsticks, I did make a mistake in my Sephora lip stain video. So you'll notice that I re-uploaded it. I corrected the shade name. I think I swatched shade number 43 and called it Vintage Rosewood, but it wasn't Vintage Rosewood. It was Cherry something, some darker shade. Somebody corrected me and I was like, oh crap. So I'm happy you corrected me, thank you. So I re-uploaded, I edited, fixed it and whatever, but I ended up now grabbing the shade that I thought I swatched because I wanted it. It's so beautiful. It's the shade number 41, which I think this is the Vintage Rosewood. It's more of a rosy deep rosy brown, so I definitely am excited about that guy. Now I'm gonna jump into the highlight shades that I got because it's not a haul without a highlight. So I went ahead and I grabbed the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer. Now I have shade number 1. I believe they debuted shade number 1 by itself, but now they added 3 more shades. So there are now 4 shades available. Shade number 1 is more of a champagne color. They have number 2, which is more of a yellow gold. The third one is more of a pinky hue, and then this one that I got is more of a bronze shade. This is shade number 4, by the way. It is so beautiful. Now, the thing about this one is it's a little bit deep. It's a little bit dark, and I don't know that it's necessarily going to... Yes, it does. Oh, Lord Jesus. I was going to say, like, I don't think it will necessarily work as, like, a brightening highlighter on my skin, but if you know me by now, then I don't like bright blinding highlighters. So this might actually work pretty nicely. It's more of a toned down kind of tan nude highlighter. It's not like too shimmery, too bright, you see? It's like a skin tone color and it adds sheen to my skin. So I actually really like this. And it's not glittery, it's just sheen and shine. So I'm excited for this guy. I wanted to go ahead and grab this because I did want to pick up one of the shades, but I wasn't sure what shade I wanted to get, so I grabbed that guy. Now, sticking with highlighters, I must mention this palette here. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. Now, I know who Nicole Guerrero is. Like, I could pick her out. Like, if you showed me gurus, like a lineup of gurus, I could pick her out. But I wasn't interested in this palette at all. And for some reason, the latest glow kits from Anastasia have just been a glittery mess for me. And I really wasn't interested in this. And I saw it online. Another, like, chunky, glittery mess. But I don't know. Like, I have no excuse for getting this because I really didn't want it. And I really don't like it that much. But I got it so I could do a review video for you guys. I have the other ones. So it's kind of like I needed to round out the collection to do a swatch video for you guys. I don't know, like sometimes I end up buying things that I would never purchase myself that I'm not interested in because I want to do reviews and swatches for you guys. You guys, like I said, when you buy through my affiliate links and you use like my referral links, I do put back into the channel. So I will get things that you guys ask me to review, and this is one of them. I am not in love. It's very shimmery, very glittery, like very, I don't know, it's not me. It's not something that I'd be interested in. Really beautiful. I would actually use these as eyeshadows over like a face highlight. So It's nice. It's not my favorite. And since I did mention the Sephora in JCPenney and the fact that they do get some of these products before the actual Sephora stores, like the liquid lipsticks, when those first launched online, I was like, oh my god, I need to get these. And they were only available in store at the JCPenney Sephora. So I went to that JCPenney and picked out a ton of shades. That's how I got my hands on them the first time. And speaking of, I went to another Sephora in JCPenney and they had the Becca times Chrissy Teigen glow kit. Is it called a, it's not a glow kit, please not do. It's, yeah, it's a glow face palette. Now, this was, I was so excited for this because I really like Chrissy Teigen. I just like her vibe, and I like that she's not too into herself. Like, she doesn't take herself too seriously, and she's very honest about like having stretch marks and just being a regular girl. I don't know, like I like that vibe that she has, and I feel like Becca was burnt on their last collaboration with like a beauty guru, so they went ahead and did a celebrity instead. And so Chrissy Teigen's palette, it's similar and reminiscent to the Jaclyn Hill palette. It has a blush color, a bronzer, and 2 highlights. It's not as large because I think Jaclyn had 3 blushes and then the 2 highlighters, right? So this one's a little bit smaller. Here's the thing about this, which I don't think, if you're my complexion or darker, I don't think this is gonna do at all, because this bronzer doesn't show up at all, like at all. This blush is nice, but it's nothing earth-shattering. And then the highlighters are very similar shades. They are so similar that they won't show too much difference on your skin once you apply them. There is a subtle difference though. One is a little bit deeper than the other, and then the other one is a little bit more peachy toned. It's not significant enough where it's going to be that big a difference on your cheeks. So I really don't think that this whole thing is necessarily worth it if you're trying to get use out of it for my skin tone and deeper. Even a little bit lighter than me, it's probably not going to work, because that bronzer shade is not going to show up at all. And it's probably not going to work for you if you're really pale either, because those highlighters have a little bit of depth to them, so they're not going to end up being highlighters on your skin tone. So really, unless you're like a medium skin tone, which means you're like 2-3 shades lighter than me, probably like 3, 4, 5 shades lighter than me, then this won't work out for you. But I mean, I like Chrissy and I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to return it. I really love the packaging. It's really beautiful. Like this peachy marble. It's pretty. But again, the shades are not necessarily very unique, very different. So I don't know that it's going to work for the majority of skin tones. Now we can go ahead and jump into the products from Pretty Vulgar that I picked up. Now, I saved them for last because I wanted to show you the swatches and so you can see the products. And I'll start out with like I guess the least interesting products. They're not that interesting. I got one of the Bury Them With a Smile matte lipsticks. And this is the shade, which shade is this? Prim and Proper, which is number 5. It's a pinky nude. It's a beautiful nude shade, actually. It's like, but it's a very toned down nude for my skin tone. So it kind of would wash me out because it's not really deep or peachy or pink. It's just a very subtle nude shade, but it's a beautiful color. I love the packaging on these, which is what I fell in love with and why I wanted to try them out. It's different. It's pretty. But it's not too young. Like, it's not too like childish. You know what I mean? Like, it's not meant for too young of an audience. It still has like this more sophisticated appeal. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not like glittery and flowery, but it's still like, it has flowers and birds. So I don't know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully you understand. This is really beautiful and the color is nice. And I'm gonna try these out, you know, test them out to see how they go. I got the eyeliner, which is called Writing on the Wall, because Tara was like, this is a really nice black eyeliner, and when she swatched it, it looked really creamy. I didn't open it yet, but it's just a black eyeliner. I'm not gonna open it because I have like other eyeliners that I'm using. It's actually sealed in plastic, which I really like. That means it won't dry out necessarily as readily as other ones that are just open-ended, right? And then the mascara. Oh, look at this packaging. Like, this is so, it's so pretty. It's like a birdcage design. It's white. I love white packaging. It's like white and rose gold, and it's so pretty. The brush is kind of a curved, it's the nylon bristles. I like the curve of the brush. I like the brush. The mascara is a little bit thick on the wand though, so when you apply this, it can get a little bit clumpy. I'm gonna try this out, test it out. Again, it's not the cheapest thing, but this packaging is almost worth it. Like, I would keep this as a like decoration. It's almost like a rollerball perfume in this packaging would be so cute. It's a really cute packaging. I just love, I love it. I really do love it. Now, I did pick up 2 blushes and a highlighter, and the blush packaging is this beautiful gold plastic. It is a hard plastic, beautiful shiny yellow gold, but it's intricate on the front. Like, the front is really beautiful, but on the back it's just a plain old label. And then inside, it's secured by a tab fit. Inside, there's no mirror, of course, in the lid. It's a see-through transparent lid. You just have the shade in the bottom. I picked up 2 of the shades. I picked up the shade Sweet Revenge number 14, which is just a kind of muted peachy orange shade. And honestly, this shade almost didn't want to show up on my skin. It didn't want to swatch at all. It's a very light blush, but at the same time, I like that it's a light blush, because then you can build it up and you don't have to be afraid of it being too pigmented. But then I'm like, it's not exactly the cheapest blush on the market, and it's not showing up. Like, it's so very, like, you don't even see any color. So I don't think I would recommend this at all. And then the other shade that I got was Pretty Witty, which is number 15. This is more of a bronzy tone. Now, this one was a little bit more pigmented, but it's literally a nude blush. So if you're into nude blushes, I like a color that's like a little rosy tan. That's a color that I like. It reminds me of Gingerly from MAC, but it's literally just a rosy tan. It's not going to give you a lot of color. It doesn't really show up. So I'm not too impressed with these. I must say, I'm not the most impressed. Now, the boxes, the packaging, really beautiful. Like, look at the boxes. They're so pretty. The highlighter that I got, I think it's the only shade of highlighter, and it's called 41 Glimmers of BS. Oh, they're sassy. It's called Pretty Vulgar, so I guess. Same kind of packaging like the blushes, except this one is silver, so that's how you differentiate them. It's just plain old silver, and inside you have this beautiful, it's like a champagne-y shade, and then you blend it out, and it just leaves a little sheen and shine on your skin. It's nothing too intense, nothing too shimmery, and I actually like this guy. I think because it's so subtle, I can get away with it. So, really like it. It's not gonna blind you. It's not like a Becca highlighter where it's like glitter and shimmer everywhere. So, it's something that I can rock with, but I don't know, like, I'm not too impressed with those products so far at all. And then, last but not least, from Pretty Vulgar, I got 2 of their eyeshadow palettes. Now, there are, I think, 3 eyeshadow palettes. One of them I was just like, no, because it reminded me, when Tara swatched it, it looked like Naked 3 from Urban Decay, that Naked 3 palette, like rosy nudes, and I was like, nope, thank you very much. So I got the other 2. I got the Nightingale palette. Now, the boxes on these are another beauty. Like, the birdcage theme, I really like. It's really pretty. These are cruelty-free, which it should be if you have birds on your packaging, and there are 7 eyeshadows in here that measure 0.05 ounces, which is the size of a regular small eyeshadow, and then 5 of them are 0.05 ounces, which are a little bit smaller than a small eyeshadow. So you get a total of, how many eyeshadows would that be? 7 and 5 is 12. So it's this packaging, cardboard packaging, the bird on the front. It's a little bit subdued when you look at it outside. It's like, nothing too impressive. You open it, has a mirror in the lid. It doesn't like bend over completely, but the eyeshadows are laid out in like a bird cage outline, and There are neutral nudie shades in here and a couple of smoky tones. Just swatching these, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with like the top 3 shades, which are like the really light shades, and then a couple of the satin shades I wasn't impressed with. But like the dark shades, like the last 3 dark shades, the 2 shimmery deep smoky shades I liked, and then there's the shimmery bronze and the dark brown. I like those, but I feel like I wasn't blown away. I like them, but I wasn't blown away by them. So I have to play around with these more and see how I feel. And I don't know, like some of them felt a little dry and chalky. So I'm going to play with these a little bit more. Like I said, I just got them. I'm just testing them out. So I'm not really sure how, you know, how they all go. Now the other one that I got was the Pretty Birdie palette. Another pretty box. This one is now a blue. It's a little prettier than the other palette, right? Like it's a little bit more, you know, aesthetically pleasing. This one is the, what I say, Pretty Birdie. Same kind of design layout with the mirror and everything, and it's in a bird cage. These now are more colorful ones, which would be the one that I have to get, right? Now again, like there's like hits and misses in this palette. Like the shade Fancy, which should be the shade that's prettiest, it should be the prettiest, it's not. It's really thin, like like the texture is like thin, and there's no body and no oomph to it. Like there's no, I like a thick creamy eyeshadow. These are not, some of them aren't thick. The Lay shade, like the light shades aren't thick and creamy, but then Songbird, like that dark bronze, and like Jealous and Nevermore, like knock it out the park, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. Some of the shades, like the last 5, these bottom 5, the red is dry. It feels dry, it feels chalky, but applied to the lids, it's really pigmented. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't know, I have to test these out some more and do a review, because so far I'm like so on it. I'm not like, oh my god, these are so awesome, you need to get them, oh my god. I'm more like, them alright. And guess what? I made it to VIB Rouge again, renewed for another year. And all them give me this thirsty brush. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at Sephora's reward program. I'm like done with it. I'm shopping at Ulta more now because their reward program. Hello, I get cash off a purchase. Thank you very much. And to me, their like gifts with purchase and their return policy, I just like them a lot more, and they're getting more brands. Like MAC just got added to their lineup, so excuse me, Cover FX is now with them, NARS is with them as well, so it's like they're diversifying, they're adding bigger brands, and I'm very happy with them. But I got this little Sephora VIB Rouge brush. It's the mini flawless airbrush, which I like their airbrushes, so it's a nice brush. Let's not pretend it's not a nice brush, but I feel like I want their reward program to be better, because like I have so many points and all I can get is some silly like deluxe size perk. No, I'm good. I'm good on all of that. But those are my purchases that I picked up from the Sephora VIB Rouge sale, like the end of the sale haul, and I picked up a couple more items after that, like I mentioned. So don't forget, if you do want to save some money, like it's not a discount percentage off your purchase, but it's money that you will get back as cash back. You can definitely shop through Ebates for the birthday week. It's 15% off, so it's like reliving the Sephora VIB Rouge sale all over again, or the VIB sale, because you got 15%, which is not really that much, but if you get it in cash back, like I would say go for it. So if you're looking to pick some things up, now is the time to do it during the Ebates birthday week. So definitely check them out. And I do have some more products to share with you. I will be doing another haul video. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get out of here now because I need to go ahead and pack these things away and start enjoying my goodies. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. I will leave a full list of the products mentioned down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. Those links are affiliate links, which means I do make a small sales commission off your purchase if you purchase through that link. If you're not okay with that, no problem, but make sure you get Ebates because that gives you cash back in your account, and you can use my links along with Ebates. I'm not sure how it works, but either way, get your Ebates cash back, because to me, I'm like, okay, if you go ahead and grab your Ebates and I don't get a cut out of that, I'm fine with that as well. I'll also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter page where you definitely should be following me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.